BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quick completion to the right. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to Hardy.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Here's Simmons to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Hardy. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. That is exactly why they called the running back the safety valve. They used it, and they used it to perfection.
Yeah, and you want to push the ball down the field. You want to make those big plays, but you see the defense. They bring the blitz. I got the running back open. Dump it to him. Let him do the rest. Let him get the first down.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Missouri comes to the line with another first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. And tackled there by the defense.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Quickly out to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Simmons. Going for the big play. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. Oh, what a move. With the catch, it's Harris.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Hardy. He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, it's a nice start for this offense. Their defense didn't have to play the first quarter. Like, that was unbelievable ball control, moving down the field methodically, chewing up clock, and most importantly, punching the ball in and getting the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense in a split backfield. Running inside. It's Martin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do later.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Going deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th. Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. It's the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Hawkins. Knocked down, could not turn the corner, and already this offense behind the chains.
You got to love that if you're the head coach. Watching your defense and watching the big fella at D-tackle play with that kind of relentless pursuit to the football. One of the reasons it's hard to run against them is they've got everybody playing with effort. Did you see him fly to the football and make that play on the outside? That was awesome.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood that they...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They'll run for it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Wants to return it. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. To throw it. Fires to the wideout. Williams open on the right side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, the defense can't afford to give up too many big plays like that. That was a simple day one go route. A guy just running straight down the field. You need your DBs to get to that football and swat that thing away. You give up too many more of those, you don't got a shot at winning this game.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Evans.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Gets open down the middle.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. That pass is incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. They'll try to get it through the air. They'll run the screen. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Escapes the pressure to his right. Fire. Ball is loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, the coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in.
Snags it, and there's running room. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Breaks the tackle.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Powers through the defender. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Well, the offense was off to a bit of a slow start, but we know in talking to this running back, he prides himself on getting stronger as the game goes on. And here in the second quarter, he breaks off a beautiful long touchdown to put his offense on the board. And you know now he's going to be asking the offensive coordinator to start feeding him the football.
give me more touches. Shocker that he would say that. But at the other side of the ball, defense, like we've got to swarm to the football. It's got to be a consistent effort to try to stop the running back because he is good. He is dynamic. And you just saw one touch can change the field position and can change the scoreboard just like it did right there.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Taylor wants to throw. Under fire. He gets away. On the move at the 30. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and then before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick him up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on first down. Under fire. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Sets up the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Fires to the middle. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Wide open on the right. Touchdown Bulldogs. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. The extra point here would tie the game.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The run inside. It's Hawkins. Turning it on. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking downfield on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Caught over the middle. It's Barnes. They get him on the ground. Late in the half, they have the first down at the 41.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking for space to the left. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Not a lot of good plays for third in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Taylor wants to throw. He tries to take the top off. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still running at the 40. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get the...
Just plowing ahead. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. State comes out on offense to start the drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been...
Snags it, and he's open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Taylor wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
They'll throw it from the red zone. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Now the play fake. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They take the lead here in the second half. Lining up to add another. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Using his legs, it's Hawkins. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
That's caught. It's Green. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The play action fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds his man. It's Green. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck-up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll chase him out of bounds after a nice pickup on the play.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Runs for the tackle. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Complete out of the backfield. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Taylor wants to throw. He's going to run it. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
949 Rockstar. 949 Rockstar.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Makes the grab. It's Cotton. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Taylor wants to throw it. Got the quick pass. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm there.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. This quarterback, part of their running game. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And he added the extra point. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants a big play here late. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Takes it the other way. The 30. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dumb.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air on 1st down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Here's the pressure. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. You know, there's no real reason to panic if you think about it when there's panicking every really. But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do